In the dead of night on September 19, 1976, something extraordinary pierced the darkness above Tehran, the bustling capital of Iran. What began as a series of strange phone calls to the local Air Force command would quickly escalate into one of the most well-documented and baffling UFO encounters in history. This wasn't just a fleeting light in the sky. This was an event that involved multiple witnesses, experienced military pilots, and advanced fighter jets. It's a story that challenges our understanding of what's possible, a declassified military encounter that continues to defy simple explanation. Tonight, we delve into the incredible details of the Tehran UFO incident. It all started around 12:30 a.m. Worried citizens flooded the phone lines, reporting a brilliant, unidentifiable object hovering in the night sky. At first, the Air Force duty officer, Yousefi, was skeptical. He suspected it was just Venus, or maybe a trick of the city lights. But the calls kept coming, each one more frantic than the last. He stepped outside, looked up, and saw it for himself. It was no star. It was large, bright, and behaving unlike any conventional aircraft he had ever seen. The decision was made. Something was in their airspace, and they needed to find out what it was. The Imperial Iranian Air Force scrambled its best. An F-4 Phantom II fighter jet, one of the most advanced interceptors of its time, was dispatched from Sharaki Air Force Base to investigate. As the pilot raced towards the coordinates, he established visual contact with the object. It was intensely brilliant, pulsating with red, green, orange, and blue lights, so bright he couldn't make out its actual shape or size. Then, as he closed in to about 25 nautical miles, the unthinkable happened. His jet's instrumentation went haywire. All his communication systems and critical flight instruments failed simultaneously. The pilot, now flying blind in the dark, knew he was in serious trouble. He had no choice but to break off the intercept and turn back. The moment he veered away from the object, his systems miraculously came back online. It was as if the object itself had intentionally disabled his aircraft. Back at the base, the command center was buzzing. The first pilot's report was chilling. This was no weather balloon. This was something technologically superior. Undeterred, the Air Force decided to send a second F-4 Phantom, this time crewed by two highly experienced officers, Lieutenant Jafari and his weapons systems officer. As they ascended, they saw the object clearly on their own radar. It was a massive return, comparable in size to a Boeing 707 tanker. As they got closer, Jafari described the same dazzling, strobing lights. The object was moving erratically, making sharp, impossible turns that defied the laws of physics. Then, the encounter took an even more dramatic turn. As Jafari's F-4 closed the distance, a smaller, glowing object detached from the primary UFO. It accelerated directly towards his jet at an incredible speed. Jafari, believing he was under attack, instinctively armed an AIM-9 Sidewinder missile and prepared to fire. But before he could launch, his entire weapons control panel went dead. He lost all his communications, just like the first pilot. He performed an evasive dive to escape the approaching object, watching helplessly as it flew past and then rejoined the main craft. He was outmaneuvered and outmatched by something he couldn't comprehend. But the night wasn't over. As Jafari circled, another object detached from the mothership. This one shot straight down towards the ground, illuminating the rocky terrain below with an intense light. It appeared to land softly near the Ray oil refinery. Jafari and his backseater marked the location, their minds racing to process what they were witnessing. A physical object had seemingly landed on the ground. Throughout this entire ordeal, multiple civilian airliners in the vicinity also reported seeing the strange lights and experiencing unusual radio interference, corroborating the pilot's accounts. By the time the sun began to rise, the main object ascended at an unbelievable speed and vanished from sight and radar. In the morning, a search team was dispatched in a helicopter to the location where the second object had appeared to land. They searched the area thoroughly, but found nothing out of the ordinary, no impact crater, no debris. However, as they flew over the area, they picked up a distinct, high-pitched beeping signal on their radios. The signal was strongest near a small local house. When they landed and questioned the residents, they reported hearing a loud noise and seeing a blindingly bright light during the night, confirming the pilot's observations of a landing. The source of the beeping signal was never identified. The significance of this event cannot be overstated. This wasn't a story from a lone observer. It was a detailed, multi-layered incident involving trained military personnel, sophisticated equipment, and ground-based witnesses. The event was so credible that it was immediately reported up the chain of command, eventually landing on the desks of top officials in the United States. A detailed 4-page report was drafted by the U.S. Defense Intelligence Agency, or DIA. This document, now declassified and available to the public, validates the accounts of the Iranian pilots. The DIA analysis called it a classic UFO report, highlighting the high credibility of the witnesses and the unusual electromagnetic effects experienced by the F-4s. The DIA report concluded that this case is a classic which meets all the necessary criteria for a valid study of the UFO phenomenon. It noted the object's incredible speed, its impossible maneuvers, and its apparent ability to disrupt advanced military electronics at will. The report seriously considered the possibility that the pilots had encountered a technology far beyond our own. Over the years, skeptics have tried to explain the incident away. Theories have ranged from meteors and the planet Jupiter to equipment malfunctions and pilot misidentification. However, none of these explanations can fully account for all the events of that night. How could Jupiter disable 2 separate F-4 jets? How could a meteor be tracked on radar, hover, and release smaller objects? The Tehran UFO incident remains a powerful and perplexing case file in the annals of ufology. It's a story that forces us to question our place in the universe. We had 2 of the most advanced fighter jets of the era rendered completely helpless by an unknown entity. We have radar data, multiple pilot testimonies, ground witnesses, and a declassified intelligence report from one of the world's most powerful nations, all pointing to the same conclusion. Something real and extraordinary was in the skies over Tehran in 1976. What was it? Were they visitors from another world? Or perhaps a secret terrestrial technology far ahead of its time? We may never know for sure, but the story serves as a chilling reminder that there are still profound mysteries out there, waiting to be understood. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into one of history's most compelling UFO encounters. What do you think happened that night over Iran? Let me know your theories in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and subscribe for more explorations into the unknown. We'll see you in the next one.